Yo, what's up guys, it is Seahawks area back with another video, and today's my week 11 NFL recap. A lot of stuff to go over, trust me, we'll get to this absolute just shit show of a game in a minute, but enjoy the video, and as always, go Hawks. So to start the week off, we had Thursday Night Football where the Patriots kicked the Jets' ass 27-14. I mean, not really anything shocking in this game. I mean, Justin Fields had an average field stat line, 116 and a score. He led the team in rushing and had a touchdown. They had a really great start to the game. That first drive, amazing, but they just really didn't give a shit after that. Mechie, 45 and a score. I think it's his first game as a Jet, so congrats. Then Adonai Mitchell, not one, not two, but 3 drops. One of them being after he burnt the shit out of Gonzo. You gotta catch that, man. That was right in your hands, bro. Fields lost a fumble on a botched snap or something. 4 players on the Jets had 4 tackles. They got to May one time from Jermaine Johnson, who has 5 sacks in his last 2 games. Nice. Congrats. No picks. Folk with 2 points, 5 punts for Austin, and now the Patriots. We got Drake May, 281, and a touchdown. His ability to extend plays just gets better and better each week at this point. Henderson, another great game, 62 and 2 touchdowns, and then had the only receiving touchdown for the Patriots. Stephon Diggs had 105 on 9 catches. That connection is getting a lot better. Maybe they'll get another year out of Stephon. Jennings with a fumble recovery, Spillane with 9 tackles, and then the 2 sacks came from Ponder and Barmore. No interceptions, 9 points for Andy and 3 points for Bryce. Patriots go to 9-2. Alright, we have the Dolphins beating the Commanders 16-13 in the final international game of the season. I didn't really see anything of this game. I saw every play after the missed field goal that would have won the game for the Commanders at the end. Mariota, touchdown, a really bad interception on the first play in overtime. 2-13. Chris Rodriguez, 79 yards. Debo, 74 and a score. Sanders still lost a fumble. 8 tackles for B-Wags. A sack for Jonathan Jones. A sack for Jacob Martin. And a sack for Von Miller, the Unk himself. No interceptions. 7 points for Matt Gay. Just 1 punt for Tress Way. And now Tua, 171. No touchdowns, no picks. Achane with 120. Ollie had the touchdown at the end of the game. 52 yards for Jalen Waddle. Bonner with the fumble recovery. 20 tackles for Jordan Brooks. Wow. 1 sack for Terrell Dodson, and that's all. Jack Jones with the interception in overtime. Patterson with 10 points and 2 punts for Jake Bailey. The Steelers destroy the Bengals 34-12. Their defense really showed up in the second half. Flacco, 199, a touchdown and a pick 6. Chase Brown with 99 yards. T. Higgins, 63 and a score. Noah Fant lost a fumble. 9 tackles for Burks. Miles Murphy with a sack and no other sacks. No interceptions. 6 points for McPherson. 3 punts for Reckout. Just really nothing spectacular that happened for the Bengals. And now the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers had a left wrist injury, I believe, so that knocked him out for the rest of the game. 116 and a touchdown. Then Mason Rudolph came in and actually, balled out. 127 and a score. Warren with 62 rushing yards. Kenneth Gainwell, of all people, 7 for 81 and 2 touchdowns. Okay. Washington had 67 yards, had a 31-yard absolute beast of a catch and run. He was just knocking everyone over. Pierre with a fumble recovery, 10 tackles for Patrick Queen. They got 1 sack, and it came from Herbig. Kyle Duggar with an interception. And then Boswell with 10 points, 3 punts for Waitman. And then Jalen Ramsey got ejected for punching Jamar Chase after he spit on him, which, that's reasonable. Don't ever spit on people. Los Angeles Chargers. What am I looking at? 35-6 against the Jags. I know Herbert got injured, but he didn't do anything before. Just no one did anything. This rushing was abysmal. Trey Lance came in and did nothing. 53 for Allen. Cool. They got no sacks on defense, but hey, Dante Jackson with an interception. All 6 points came from Cameron Dicker, and you punted 4 times. Jacksonville, T-Law, 153, a touchdown and a pick. Tootin and Etienne had really strong games. The rushing in general is just elite, but 4 rushing touchdowns total. Jacoby Myers having a breakout game for the Jags, 64 yards. Tim Patrick with the touchdown. No fumble recoveries or anything like that. 3 sacks. Antonio Johnson with an interception. 5 points for Cam Little, and not 1 punt from Jacksonville. Now the Bills are probably the game of the week. Take down the Tampa Bay Bucks, 44-32. The Bucks they're falling apart bad right now. Mayfield 173, a touchdown and a pick. Not the best day from him, but Sean Tucker just out of nowhere played an amazing game. 19 for 106 and 2 touchdowns. Baker had a rushing touchdown of his own. Sean Tucker had a receiving touchdown. Like, good God, man, this was elite. Baker lost a fumble, 6 tackles for Winfield and McCollum. They didn't get to Josh Allen at all. Parrish and Dennis with interceptions. They were both horrible from Josh Allen. 8 points for McLaughlin and 4 points for Dixon. Now Josh Allen, 6 touchdowns. Nice. Finally a 6-touchdown game he can actually feel happy about. He had one against the Rams last year and they lost by 2. But Allen, 317, 3 touchdowns, 2 god-awful interceptions. 40 yards and 3 touchdowns for Allen on the ground. Shavers with 90 and a touchdown. Other touchdowns came from James Cook and Ty Johnson. McCole Hardman fumbled on a punt return in his first game as a Bill. Nice. 15 tackles for Jordan Poyer, the 34-year-old safety. Let's go. A sack for Daquan Jones. A pick for Cole Bishop. That's like 2 in the last 3 games. That's elite. 8 points for Prater and 2 punts for Wishnowski. 4 interceptions since he started calling himself 9. And 2 losses. Good job. Caleb Williams, 193, didn't really have to do a whole lot. This was just a defensive battle, as I kind of said it would be. Swift with 90, the touchdown went to Kyle Monangai. 45 yards for Cole Kmet. Caleb Williams fumbled. 10 tackles for Noah Sewell. No sacks, but Kevin Byard, once again with an interception. Nashawn Wright with an interception as well. Had a little tribute to the Last Chance U coach that was murdered the other day. Sad stuff right there. 13 points for Santos, 6 points for Taylor, and now the Vikings. 9 went 150, a touchdown, and 2 glorious interceptions. Made Justin Jefferson absolutely lose his shit. That's not funny, that's sad. Mason had the touchdown. Jones had 70 rushing yards. Jay Jettis was 61. Touchdown went to Jordan Addison. Jones recovered a fumble. 15 tackles for Cashman, a sack for Van Ginkel, a sack for Dallas Turner. No interceptions. 5 points for Reichard and 6 points for Wright. Texans get it done 16-13 against the Titans, who are 0-5 at home now. Titans had them beat for the first half. They were looking really good. The Texans were just really sloppy in this whole game, but Davis Mills prevailed, 274, a touchdown. This rushing not really good. Nico, 92 and a touchdown. Will Anderson picked up a fumble, 8 tackles for Bryant. And they got 3 total sacks, 1.5 coming from Danielle Hunter, 1 coming from Will Anderson. 10 points for Matt Wright. Went perfect 4 for 4 and 5 punts for Townsend. And now Cam Ward, 194 and a touchdown. Rushing absolutely fucking terrible. Okonkwo, 56, touchdown went to Van Jefferson. And if it couldn't already get worse for him, Calvin Ridley is done for the season after a rib injury, I think. I don't know. He's done for the season, though, so that just, sucks, even though he doesn't really do a whole lot. Cam Ward lost a fumble, 12 tackles for Baker, a sack for Cody Barton, a sack and a half for Arden Key, a sack for Jeff Simmons, 4 total sacks. They didn't pick off Davis Mills. 7 points for Sly, 6 punts for Hecker. I have a feeling the Titans will win a game some point soon, just who's it going to be against? Panthers win it in overtime, 30-27. Bryce Young, his best game of his career, 448 yards and 3 touchdowns, average exactly 10 yards a pass. Wow. Rushing, didn't really do a whole lot. McMillan had his breakout game, 8 for 130 and 2 touchdowns. Leggett had a touchdown. Umanamanilan, probably not said it right. But, he recovered a fumble. 3 players with 10-plus tackles. Nice. They didn't get a sack or a pick on Kirk or Penix. Fitzgerald with 10 points, and I believe he had the game winning in overtime. 3 punts for Sam Martin. And now the Falcons. Penix got hurt, but he didn't really do anything. It was the Bijan show. 104 and 2 touchdowns. Alligator had a touchdown. Drake London, 119. Fumble mania. 3 players fumbling. 11 tackles for Harrison and a sack. They got 5 total sacks on Bryce Young, but he was able to prevail. Nice. No interceptions, 9 points for Gonzalez, 5 punts for Pinion. Panthers 6 and 5. They are still above 500. Packers take down the Giants 27-20. Game was a lot closer than it should have been. Jordan Love, 174, 2 touchdowns, was injured but came back. And damn, Malik Willis threw a touchdown. Nice. Touchdown for Emmanuel Wilson. Josh Jacobs got hurt. I think it was his knee, so that's not good. But, of course, it was on fucking MetLife turf, so that's just awesome, bro. Christian Watson had 2 touchdowns. I saw one of them, and it was amazing. Touchdown for Josh Wiley. Bryan and Musgrave fumbled. 11 tackles for McDuffie. 1.5 sacks for Parsons. Let's go. Evan Williams with an interception at the end of the game. What the hell was that Giants receiver doing, just giving up? Havzrick, I mean, he didn't attempt a field goal, but he also missed 2 extra points. But hey, they won, so who fucking cares? 4 points for Whelan, and now Jameis Winston. His first game as a Giant, and he throws an interception because it's Jameis Winston. 201. Tyron Tracy with 88, 2 touchdowns for Singletary. 57 for Hodgins. I kind of forgot was still in the league. Winston lost a fumble. 7 tackles for Okereke and Belton. 2 sacks for Brian Burns, just adding to that DPOY campaign. No interceptions. Koo with 2 points and 2 punts for Gillen. Here we go. Sam Darnold. What the fuck, man? Oh my god. 279 and 4 interceptions. Jesus, bro. A 45.5 rating. Kenneth Walker finally got in the fucking end zone, though. Like he did before in the game, but it was called back. But then he got one in the fourth quarter. JSN, 105 yards. Cooked, as usual. Still proving why he's the best receiver in football. Had a nice one-handed catch. My boy Barner, 10 for 70. 7 a catch. Fuck yeah, dude. He did pick up his own fumble. Ernest Jones, 6 tackles. Okada, 6 tackles. Got bitched by Colby Parkinson for the touchdown in the fourth quarter. We didn't get a sack or pick, but our defense still played amazing after the first quarter, not allowing anything until the fourth quarter. 13 points for Myers. Everyone's blaming him because he missed a 61-yarder, but they're not blaming Sam dipshit for throwing 4 fucking interceptions. If you have to blame a kicker after he literally had every ounce of your points until the fourth quarter, like, dude, fuck off, respectfully. 2 punts for Dixon. Now Stafford, 130 and 2 touchdowns. Really didn't do shit after the first quarter. Kyron cooked us for a touchdown. Puka, 75. Colby Parkinson had a touchdown on his former team. We held Devontae to 1 catch on 8 targets. Wow. But he did score. Puka lost a fumble. Cam Curl with 11 tackles. They didn't get to Darnold at all. Kitchens, 2 interceptions. His second 2-interception game against the Seahawks in his 2-year NFL career. Nice. Other ones came from Williams and Durant. Like, dude, what was Darnold looking at this whole game, bro? 3 points for Mevis and 6 punts for Evans. Niners take care of the Cardinals 41-22. Why the hell did I pick the Cardinals? Brock Purdy in his first game back, 203 touchdowns. McCaffrey, 81 and 2 touchdowns. Kittle, 67 and 2 touchdowns. McCaffrey with the receiving touchdown. Keon White picked up a fumble. 12 tackles for Curtis Robinson. No sacks. Lenore and Mustafa got interceptions. 11 points for Pinero. Literally half the points the Cardinals got. 3 punts for Morstead. Oh, there's really nothing to talk about the Niners. You know, they got the job done. Sky Moore on the opening kickoff almost scored a touchdown. He was like a yard away. Now the Cardinals, Brissett, 452, 2 touchdowns and 2 picks. Wow. This rushing was dog shit, but Bam Knight scored. I think Jacoby Brissett might have set an NFL record for the most completions in an NFL game by a quarterback. That's insanity. 15 catches from Michael Wilson for 185. McBride 115 and a touchdown. Dortch got a touchdown. Higgins lost a fumble. 12 tackles for Simon. 1 sack, and it came from Josh Sweat. No interceptions. 4 points for Ryland. 3 punts for O'Donnell. Still, once again, why did I pick the Cardinals to win this game? Ravens take care of the Browns 23-16. This game sucked. Oh my god. Lamar 193, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Derrick Henry 103 and a touchdown. Mark Andrews had a rushing what the hell? Okay. 78 yards for Zay Flowers. Wester lost a fumble, 9 tackles for Hamilton and a sack, and then did the Shedeur dance or whatever after sacking him. Martin with a sack, Van Noy with a sack, Nate Wiggins with an interception on Shedeur as well. 11 points for Loop, 4 punts for Stout. Now the Browns. Dylan Gabriel got hurt, so they put Shedeur in, and he went 4 for 16, 47, no touchdowns, and a pick in his NFL debut. Welcome to the NFL, Shedeur. Judkins, 59 yards. Tillman, 52 yards. Shedeur fumbled. Schwessinger with 11 tackles. Another multi-sack game from Garrett that they lost. Myles Garrett has had 9 sacks in 2 separate games this year that the Browns have lost because their offense is fucking atrocious. I still don't feel bad for him, though. I'm not going to ever feel bad for him. Other sack came from Mike Hall Jr. Interception for Devin Bush. That was a touchdown. Schwessinger with, I believe, his first career interceptions. Linebackers were going off for the Browns. Nice. Smite with 10 points. 6 punts for Corey. Broncos beat the Chiefs on a game-winning field goal. They are 6-0 at home, 22-19. I'm pretty sure I picked the Chiefs, but you know what? Happy for the Broncos. Mahomes, 276, a touchdown and a pick. Kareem Hunt, 59 and a touchdown. Kelsey, 91 and a touchdown. Let's see, no fumbles, 8 tackles for Connor with a sack. Other sack came from Chris Jones. No interceptions. 7 points for Butker and 4 punts for Matt Ariza. Now the Broncos. Bo Nix, 295, no touchdowns, no picks. This rushing was abysmal. McLaughlin had a rushing touchdown, though, in the third quarter, I believe. 84 yards for Troy Franklin. McMillan with a fumble. 10 tackles for Strand. 2 sacks for McMillan. A sack for DJ Jones. McMillan with an interception as well. He was having himself quite the game. Will Lutz with 16 points. Over half of the points he scored. Damn near all of them. 4 punts for Crushaw. Broncos just outcoached and outplayed the Kansas City Chiefs. And you know what? We are all here for it. And the Eagles take care of the Lions 16-9 on a very boring Sunday night football game. I didn't really enjoy watching it. Jared Goff, not good at all. 255, a touchdown and a pick. 14 of 37. Ugh. Horrid. This rushing, terrible. Jahmyr Gibbs had like 9 yards at halftime. Like, bro, what are we doing? But he did have 107 receiving yards. Jameson Williams had a touchdown, had a nice 40-yard touchdown. No fumbles. 15 tackles for Jack Campbell. Half a sack for Hutchinson. Half a sack for Lopez for a total of 1 sack. The flag on Rock Ya-Sin at the end of the game. I guess you call that. No interceptions. 3 points for Jake Bates. 4 punts for Jack Fox. And now the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, 135. Just the average Hurts stat line. He had a tush-push touchdown. He got stopped like 3 times, so that was kind of impressive on the Lions' part. Saquon with 83 rushing yards. A.J. Brown, 7 for 49. So maybe he'll stop complaining now. Hurts fumbled. Gibson fumbled. 7 tackles for Bond. A sack for Jalen Phillips. Good job, Dolphins, for giving away him to the Eagles. Sack for Nakobe Dean. Cooper DeJean with an interception on like the first drive of the game. It was like a tipped pass, but he got a pick. And Elliott with 10 points and 7 punts for Braden Mann. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn the notification bell on so you'll never miss an upload. I will see you in the next video. Go Hawks!